For these, we're asked to restrict domains of functions to make them invertible, which basically means it has to pass the vertical line test. So on our x and y graph, it would have to pass the vertical line test. That means it is a function, meaning these lines would not hit it more than once. And then for invertible, it has to pass a horizontal line test. So we would just draw lines imaginarily and see if it hit our function more than one time. So that's what it means to be a invertible function. So we have to kind of restrict the domain. We're restricting the domain so that it passes that vertical and horizontal line test, basically, since we're given the graph here. So on these, we can kind of see this looks like a trig function here, probably like tangent. But basically, we're looking for something that passes a vertical and horizontal line test. Well, this does pass a vertical line test. No matter how I draw these lines vertically, it's only going to hit the graph once. So it is a function. So yes, it is a function, T-I-O-N. So it is a function there because it passes the vertical line test, but it does not pass the horizontal line test. So we have to restrict the domain. We have to focus on the x values and make it a snapshot so we don't have any repeats here. Notice if I draw a horizontal line test, I would hit the graph more than one time, so it is not invertible in its current state. So let's go ahead and restrict our domain. Well, in this case, they gave us some options. So -1 and 1. So we look at -1 and 1. So if and you could do the vertical idea here. It's an asymptote at -1. It's an asymptote at 1. Now, if I drew a horizontal line, so I would start here. I hit it once, and I hit it again. So no, it is not invertible from the -1 to 1, so that's no good. -2 to 0. All right, let's look at -2 to 0. All right, -2 to 0. And here's -2. It's about right here somewhere. And here's 0 right there. And notice, once again, if I start and I draw my horizontal line, anywhere in that sector, it has a double cross. So no, that one is not it either. Let's go ahead and look at the last option. Last option on this one is between 0 and 1. All right, between 0 and 1. Here's 0 right here. Here's 1 right here. Now this one's looking good. Notice I only have one of these kind of functions that are going on the inside. And if I drew a horizontal line from here to here, it only hits it one time. So then that one is okay. So that does look like it is the answer. And it could be none of the above if it all failed. So yes, and there we go. We got that one.